Hello and welcome to pmclounge.com. In this video, we are going over the Pulse of the Profession report of 2020. This came out of PMI, of course, just like most of their other reports. This is also freely available for download. You can download it for free from PMI website and read it for yourself. All copyrights acknowledged, no copyrights infringement intended. And we like to cover such reports over at PMC Lounge so that you understand what's happening in the world of project management, what's happening in the industry, right? And you stay abreast and you be a professional, not an amateur project manager, right? So to be a professional, in addition to being PMP and in addition to knowing your craft, you also need to know what's happening in your industry. So Pulse of the Profession is basically a report. It was started in 2008 and it is a premier global survey of project management practitioners. Pulse, this report basically, it tracks major trends in project management now and in the future as well. It features original market research that reports feedback and insights from project, program, and portfolio managers, along with analysis of third party data. So that's what this report is all about. It is a beautiful report. It is something that if you claim to be a professional project manager, then you should know what's happening in the industry. And you can do so by going over reports like these, and I'll share a link, direct link, this link in the description below, so you can go ahead and you can basically download your own copy. It is available in few other languages, but yeah, this is the English version. And I'd like to start off, we'll just quickly glance over some of the very important things that you should be aware of, that is going to basically give you that high ground when it comes to being aware of what's happening in the industry. So the report says work has changed, so must the way the world thinks about projects. That's important. Right now, for the first time for Pulse, this report, executive leaders identify which factors they see as the most important to achieve success in the future. So there are three factors which are most important to achieve success in the future. First is organizational agility, the ability of organizations to adapt. And I'll share a link, second link in the description, where we've talked about agility in a video. It's one of the very popular videos on our channel, so do check that out. So organizational agility, 35% people have voted for agility, the most votes basically. Choosing the right technologies to invest in, 32%, and securing relevant skills, 31%. So this is something that executive leaders are saying today about their organizations and how can they grow. The organizations is its projects. How beautiful is this sentence? The organization itself is the projects that the organization delivers. The organization is its projects, led by a variety of titles, executed through a variety of approaches, and focused unwaveringly on delivering financial and societal value. This is what we call the project economy. So the economy has changed. It is now the project economy that we are living in. Remember this sentence: organization is its projects. Okay, let's move on to another page. There is an important paragraph here, the first one. Executive leaders are no longer simply bracing for change. Instead, they are rebuilding their organizations to make agility and creativity part of the organizational DNA. More than half, that is 53% of organizations surveyed in this report, say they place high priority on building culture receptive to change. So organizations are trying to build a culture which is more receptive to change, right? That is what agility is all about. You have to be adaptive. And then there are some in demand skills that this report showcases. So the data shows organizations are placing a high priority on the following aspects of talent development in support of successful projects: 68% technical skills, 65% leadership skills, 58% business skills, and 50% digital skills. So these are the skills which are in demand. Which of these skills do you possess? Which of these skills can you improve on, right? I hope you understand the importance of going through reports like these. There is a lot of focus on building new skills alongside the existing ones. Who's saying this? A senior manager in Accenture based in London, England. Now, the culture also matters. Percentage of organizations placing a high priority on culture that centers on delivering customer value. So, 70% of organization want to have build a culture that centers on delivering customer value. Culture that is receptive to organizational change. Once again, agility, change is here, 53%. Culture that invests in technology, 53% equal. Culture that values project management, 46%, right? A little less than half. 46% organizations are placing high priority on creating a culture that values project management. So if we go down further, there's this page that I'd like to cover: empowered from the top. In the quest to get ahead, senior executives are increasingly recognizing the need for highly skilled leaders. More than two-thirds, that is 69% of project professionals, say their senior leadership highly values project management. And nearly half, that is 46% of organizations, prioritize developing a culture that values project management. So, project management is not going anywhere. Get yourselves the PMP certification if you haven't done so already, right? Project management is here to stay. We can understand that cultures are trying to kind of organizations are trying to place an importance on cultures, on developing a culture that values project management. Now, here's another important part of this report: the future starts now. There's no standing still in today's warp speed world, and no single project, business goal, or big idea is enough to keep an organization on top forever. This is so powerful, right? No single project, no business deal, or no big idea is enough to keep an organization on top forever, because we are in a rapidly changing world. So, leaders who look at the world through the future focused lens of the project economy can prepare teams, organizations, and society to make the most of the upcoming inevitable changes. So, here are the three tenets that organizations are adopting. Ability is agility. Your organization's ability is agility. That's all. It doesn't matter how brilliant a strategy might be or how amazing a product idea is, if it's rendered moot by a supply chain disruption or a new technology. Organizations that can fail fast and pivot to what's next are best positioned for the future. Organizations that can fail fast and pivot to what's next are best positioned for the future. Let me know, do you know of any organizations that have pivoted, that have changed, maybe changed their industry itself, just so they can be better placed for the future? Next point is technology rules but people influence. So most executive leaders understand that emerging technologies might be the difference between a breakthrough year and just an okay one, but disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning are only as smart as the people behind them. And that is why technology rules, but people influence. Executives and project leaders must have the training, processes, and talent to get the job done right. Finally, the third point is it's a project's world. With so much change, executives are increasingly turning to project leaders to help them turn ideas into reality. And that often requires mixing tried and true skills with emerging ones. So, yes, project professionals must be up on automation and design thinking, but they won't get far without people skills. So, What do you get out of these 3 points, right? Agility is important, that is adapting to changes. Understanding technology is also important because you are the people behind the technology, and having leadership skills, that is also extremely important. So that's what this report is all about. You can download your own copy, read for yourself. This is a fantastic report that PMI publishes every year, and I hope you got value out of this video. I hope you understand that reports like these differentiate you from being an amateur project manager to a professional in your industry. Thank you and have a nice day.